Hey y'all, coming to you from the international headquarters of ScottieDTV, but I was at the 2022 Goodguys Nashville Nationals. I ran into my friend Susie there. She works in the automotive industry all week long, but on the weekend she autocrosses. And not only she autocrosses, but she has a 1963 Rambler Wagon that she autocrosses. Let me get the camera turned around, we'll take a quick look at it. Susie, what's up, girl?
Not much. We're out here at Goodguys having a good time.
You're always out here at Goodguys having a good time.
I am. I try to be everywhere with my car I can possibly be.
And when I see you working, you're like PR person for Mike and for some other stuff that you've done in the past. And then you come out here and you're full-blown race girl.
I am. I'm doing a little PR. I try to do a little PR for my own sponsors.
Right.
And keep everything relevant.
Right on.
You know.
Tell me what we got here. It's a Rambler?
Yeah.
Why'd you choose a Rambler?
It's not just a Rambler.
Let's just
it's
start
a station wagon.
Right?
A Rambler station wagon.
I think if you're going with a Rambler, you might as well have gone with a station wagon.
It's true.
Right?
It's true. Yeah. If you're gonna go unicorn, you might as well go rainbow unicorn.
If you're gonna step off a cliff, make it both feet, right?
That's right.
Ain't no sense in trying to, face plant on the way down. Right on.
It's funny because it is such an oddball car, but when you talk about building a car for autocross, it actually makes a lot of sense. It has a very short wheelbase.
Right.
I run a 100-inch wheelbase on that car, and of course, for all who have seen the car, it's a wide body, so I'm 80 inches wide, so I'm almost square.
Right.
I run 315 tires on all four corners in the front too. Yeah. So it really is like a snake in the grass when I get out there on the course.
Now, did you, obviously, I'm asking a repetitive question here, but did you know that before you built the car? Or is that some research you did and said the Rambler would be a really good car because it'll be almost square?
I knew I wanted a wagon.
Okay.
And I knew I wanted a small wagon. So something like a Datsun I think it's the B210 or the 510, whatever.
Or a Vega wagon.
I was looking at, something small like that.
Pinto wagon.
Can't touch a Vega wagon. Oddly enough, you can't touch a Pinto wagon either.
Really?
Like the Rambler, they kind of went to the junkyard.
Oh.
And the Vega wagon, forget it. That's out of my price range.
No kidding.
Yeah.
They're like a hot commodity.
They are. They are. Wagons in general.
Yeah.
Wagons went through kind of a rebirth, and there's still a lot of long roof fans. But so I needed a small wagon.
Right.
I found a Falcon. I thought I was going to go with the Falcon. I was really kind of excited because we had one when I was a kid. But the guy wanted $5,000 for a car that had no motor, no transmission, and no glass. On a wagon, that's a pretty insurmountable task to find.
Not only cost, but finding it, all that, because what happens, right? It all gets blown out by a BB gun or a shotgun.
And this one was sitting in a field full of mice
Right.
and full of shotgun holes. Yeah, so.
It's kind of pricey.
This one came up, and it was under a tarp, parked under a cab-over camper in a trailer park in Northern California. And I went up there with a trailer. I lived in California at the time. I went up there with a trailer and said, that's the one.
Yeah. And then what'd you do to it? Was it wide-bodied when you got it?
No. It was stock, and the motor and the transmission were sitting in the back. It was just kind of cute, just kind of a cute wagon. Yeah. So I knew all along this was going to be built for autocross. And so we're suspension people. We sell suspension. We knew first we were going to start with the suspension and figure it out. And we knew it was going to end up with fender flares because we knew that we were not going to be able to run a 6-inch wide tire.
Right.
Certainly not in the autocross.
And then, you weren't looking to narrow the chassis and all that.
No, it's a unibody car.
Oh,
it's a unibody car, so we had no chassis to work with. Right. So we started looking at Miatas.
It's still a unibody?
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of.
We'll get to that. All right, I'm fine.
So, we for autocross, I didn't want to narrow. Right. I wanted to go further out.
Yeah, because really square is great.
It is. Yeah, I wanted to be on par with a Corvette, even though my driving skills aren't there. That's kind of what I was going for. So we looked at Miatas. We were looking at a platform that would give us the most aftermarket we could possibly find. So looked at Miatas, and then it wasn't cost effective, believe it or not. So then we looked at Camaro. Yeah. And we are Camaro experts, so we looked at it, did the measuring.
Like a first-gen Camaro?
First-gen Camaro, front subframe, fit within 3/4 of an inch into the frame rails. So that's where we started. Oh. Put all the suspension in. We knew it was going to be an LS convert. Well, not at first. I spent a bunch of money to rebuild the little tiny motor
tried
that
to
came
go
with
the
it.
original first?
I did. I
Okay.
did, yeah. And I was going to go with
Bless
3
your
in the
heart.
tree. I know, that's exactly it. That's exactly, bless my heart. So
She had such good intentions.
Well, the problem was I started racing my partner Rodney's, at the time, probably 450 horsepower Camaro.
Okay.
And then I realized, yeah.
I need some more.
It's going to be like a golf cart.
Right.
So we had put a 4-link in the rear, which for anybody who follows suspension makes a lot of sense, especially with a Camaro up front. And had all that built, and it had about a 3-inch fender flare, and I was going to get a pretty good sized tire in there, probably a 9-inch wide tire. And then some more math and some more geeking out over suspension determined that we could get a 5th gen Camaro independent rear suspension behind that car.
Oh, wow.
So we did it.
Take a lot of cutting?
There was a lot, no,
No.
because it's a unibody.
Yeah, but I mean,
And
still.
it all comes with a cradle.
No, but it was
it's all
wider, longer, all that
wider,
kind of stuff.
Wider,
You know? Yeah.
right. So,
Something.
So yeah, definitely.
It wasn't a plug-in, I'm
no,
sure.
it was
yeah.
not. But interestingly enough, we did not cut into the interior as much as we had for the 4-link.
Okay.
So because it was a cradle, so it gave us that strength front to rear. I'm gonna have to take a run.
Okay.
Can you wait 1 sec? It's
sure.
gonna take about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
That looked like fun.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
Right.
You know, on so many levels. You're testing yourself and your willingness to push an automobile. And as a woman, you know, that's another level of maybe stepping outside your comfort zone. It's not out of my comfort zone, but I know how it is for a lot of women. Yeah.
And you know, I'm all about the girl power. So
Yeah.
if you want to give a shout out, tell people if a female, male wants to be involved in this, what's the best way to do it?
I would start with SCCA because SCCA has a lot of programs for to bring people into the sport. It might not be your final place, but it's a great place to get seat time. And
You can actually get licensed there, right?
you can get licensed for the road race there.
Yeah.
Their solo autocross stuff is, they just, like I said, they have a lot of programs to bring people in. Rookie programs, newcomer programs, women program. They have a whole initiative of women on track. Yeah, I think that's a really great place to start.
Awesome. So back to the Rambler. What powers the Rambler?
5.3 liter LS. I started out with it stock, and now we've added a pretty decent cam from Comp, and I added fuel injection. Originally, I started running the car and launched the car with a carburetor on the LS, and I still really like that platform, but you know, Holly comes along and throws a bunch of technology at you. You got to give it a shot. So
Well, there's an advantage to that technology.
there is. I don't have to run super.
Yeah.
I can run regular gas.
Right.
You know, which makes a big difference.
In today's world, it is a huge difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I can run regular gas. It fires up. That motor can be 20 degrees, and it fires right up like it was run yesterday.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's what people forget, right? We
Yeah.
haven't had carburetors for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like
Yeah.
you could warm them up, you know, and she's cold-hearted and, you know, doesn't like this, doesn't like that.
No,
Fuel
none of
injection
that.
likes it all.
Yeah.
It just fires.
Yeah,
goes.
it just says, oh, it's a cold day? All right.
Yeah, right on, it doesn't know.
It thinks for me.
Anything else about the car that I may not know to ask?
Okay, so once we put the independent rear suspension in the car, that's when she got her fat ass. She's 80 inches wide, outside tire to outside tire, so track width, with 8.5-inch fender flares. So I've got some wheel spacers on the front to bring it out as far as I can and still turn. But that allows me to run those 315 on 18-inch wheels on all four corners. I have full modern shock system that's only found in very high-end production cars. It's fully electronic. I do not adjust my shocks. They adjust themselves, and they're controlled by a Bluetooth module on a tablet, and they change 5,000 times per second.
So you set ride height and everything through that?
Everything.
No kidding.
Yes.
Who makes that?
Viking.
Viking.
Yep.
Or they could come see you.
they can give me a call and I can get them set up like a madman. We moved the LS back 10 inches into the firewall. So this car is 49.51 weight balance. And that's a big part of what makes it capable of taking advantage of that independent rear suspension. Works really well on a weight balanced car, a Corvette.
Right.
So while I'm at it, I might as well build it like a Corvette.
Right. So
Those are the guys who win.
Right?
I got a station wagon that drives like a Corvette. And you saw me go around the track. What did you think?
I think I wish I was driving.
Right.
That's what I think.
Right.
I think it looked like a lot of fun to
Yeah.
me.
And you know, I can have a Corvette,
Right.
probably cheaper than I have this car.
Right.
Who's having more fun?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's me.
There's only one Rambler out here, girl.
There is, I think there's only one Rambler Wide-Body station wagon.
I
How
believe
about
it.
that?
So you do suspension?
We do
yourself.
suspension. Mhm.
So go ahead and give yourself a shout out for that.
Well, we are Suspension Geek. We specialize in pro touring and race suspension, but we also, you know, the pro touring side of it, we like to give people a modern ride for their old car.
Right.
So we do a lot of Camaros by coincidence, since we have one. But we do everything from we got a 70 Rivy in the shop right now. We got a 60s Corvette in the shop. A couple 69 Camaros.
So is it custom suspension, or you can order parts?
No, most of what we do is order parts, but our expertise allows us to do custom. That 70 Rivy,
Yeah.
that's got a unicorn 3-link in it. No one has ever seen it. So, of course, they don't sell parts for it.
Right.
It's a 1-year thing. So that'll be a full custom suspension.
Right. And if people want to get in touch with you or check that out.
SuspensionGeek.com.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, girl, I appreciate you giving me some time today.
Hey, it's always so great to see you, Scotty.
You too. Thank you, Susie.
So there you go, from the 2022 Goodguys Nashville Nationals Autocross track, a 1963 Rambler Wagon, girl power. How cool is that? Hope you all have enjoyed it. See ya!
Hey y'all, make sure you subscribe to this channel and visit ScottieDTV.com for an easy way to search the hundreds of videos I have posted. Either click the link in the description or the one at the end of this video.